Short-handed, shoots, score.
Steen lost it, but it got in front. Lindros scores! High shot by Lindros. The shot blocked. Another one scores! Lindros gets a goal!
Has to make you feel good every time you see it, Eric. Congratulations on a short but beautiful 13-year career. As the Globe, I thought, had the nicest headline. You went out with one final check, $5 million for London Health Sciences, and I thought, well, you say what it meant to you to give $5 million to
well, the group down there was excellent in terms of making sure that I could continue on. I felt that without their help, I wouldn't have lasted past 8. So although they were thanking me, I was truly thanking them.
You just saw Brett Hull there. How do you think he'll do?
I think he's going to do great. He was around the rink a lot last year. He, he's stepping in. There's a lot of expectation, but I think he's going to let him go. You have a goalie like Marty Turco back there. Let's play hockey. Last night I guess the Juice had 4. The Juice is loose, and I think Dallas is going to do fine.
Would you like to be invited to be part of the management team for Team Canada for Whistler, Vancouver?
I never even thought about that, but not right now. I've just gotten through my first week of my new job, so I've got a lot on my plate. I haven't even given that any thought.
Well, why I ask is you chose to go the PA route versus most of the players are getting back. Ronnie Francis, Al McInnes, Wayne Gretzky, Brett Hull, Steve Yzerman, the list goes on, Joe Nieuwendyk. You chose not to go to the game first. You went to do something for the union. How come? Well,
I think it started about 18 months ago, where I thought we had to look into a few things, and it was a little frustrating. And the more you get involved in it, the more you start to uncover layer by layer what occurred. You really put your mind to trying to fix things. And I had a great time over the summer. We were kind of a little bit loose in the office. We didn't have our executive director, but we found a great one in Paul Kelly. And we're looking forward to moving ahead.
It's interesting. So you were hot at the way Ted Saskin was put in place. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
All right. Because you did say in the press conference at the retirement that with Carl Brewer, with Ted Lindsay, Billy Dineen, some of these people, there was momentum. And I want to know, okay, you want to continue that. In what direction? And obviously the first thing I think of is, do you want to go back and achieve for the current players or the ones coming in the value the way you sought it for yourself when you were a rookie?
Well, I don't know what Paul wants to do. And quite honestly, we work for the players. So it's their call. If they want to go in that direction and hold for it, then that's the direction that we're being asked to lead. So, again, it's up to the players, but communication is going to be a big asset here.
What would your counsel be?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where to go with that one.
Here are the men that were offered for you when you came into the NHL. You signed for roughly $5 million that first season with the signing bonus and $3.5 million. Look at some of the names that were offered on the block. It's a little far for us to read, but big names from all these teams. And obviously Philadelphia over in the far right quadrant ultimately made the trade with Quebec to acquire your rights. So you had a right. Crosby comes in. He's got to get entry-level money, $900,000 a year. He's got to sign his second contract saying to himself, well, if I take all the money, I'll have a lousy team to play with. Is that fair?
I don't think it's fair. It's the way it is right now, and I believe that things are going to need to change in terms of that. It's better for the game. If you've got great players, you don't want them traveling around. You want to make sure that your star players are staying in the cities that they became stars in. You want to have a little bit of continuity there. I think as we get moving forward here under this current situation, we're going to have a lot more movement.
Tampa right now had to send 3 kids to Norfolk, 2 through waivers. One was they were able to send down
20 on the roster.
20, right? Yeah. So you got the trio playing 25 minutes a game,
and a good trio.
Yeah, right. But those guys are going to burn out, don't you think?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough playing that much. But that's the scenario that that team's in. I don't know what really to add more to.
Right. But how great is the undercurrent to deal with that? Is it great, or is it more there's acceptance and we're going to have to channel? As ombudsman, what are you going to do? Well,
my job is more on a communication level. Being in the office, being available to people in the office to come to if they're seeing any wrongdoings, if the Constitution's not being followed. And then I bring that to the 30 reps who in turn represent every dressing room in the league. My other aspect of my job is setting up field reps. Retired guys that have a good grasp of the history of the association, people that are really good communicators, guys that will be there at pregame skates, guys that will be taking some of the younger players out to dinner and some of the cheaper older ones, and
like yourself.
Making sure that there's a great line of communication here, so that when we do have to come to make decisions, that people are going to be educated on just exactly what they're voting on.
Here's an example of something that you were part of, Dr. Rizzo, with the NHLPA.
Yeah.
Look at
Great
Simon
asset.
Gagne. Right, he's got a concussion. They were really hesitant to come out and say he's got a concussion. Now they've admitted he had a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
What can the players do? Is there a stigma to the player if he says, I'd really like to go and get a second opinion?
I guess there's been some frustrating times with that, and hopefully it can change. Dr. John Rizos is a great asset for us. He will find somebody within your area for you to go get a neutral second opinion or third opinion, whatever you need.
Concussions, we've had 5,500 in the last 10 years, 64 last year. You got any theories on what can be done to curb that trend? It seems to have downtrended early in the season, but the ones we've had are big.
Well, there's two aspects to it. One is taking care of it. The other one is guys are quicker. You can't hold up anymore. And defensemen are getting run, and there's a whole respect issue that I think we're going to address later on. And we just started our tour, and we've seen 4 teams now with the fall tour. And every one of the teams has talked about the instigator rule and getting rid of it, so the respect is back.
What else is on your agenda? What kinds of things are you discussing?
They're talking about net sizes. No one wants to see it changed.
Oh, is that right?
Most part, yeah.
Universally, yeah.
Yeah, visors, grandfathering it in. Most guys feel it should be a player's choice. But again, I've only seen a little over 10% of the league. So our tour continues, and we're going to come back with a good grasp of what the guys want.
Appreciate you coming by. Dr. Peter Fowler was the man you honored down in London with your $5 million. There's his little souvenir. He's over in Qatar, actually doing some great work overseas. Thanks, Derek, the ombudsman for the NHLPA.